Welcome to the Big Match Preview, fuelled by Co-op. I am delighted to be joined by the one and only Sam Peoples and, of course, Mr. Adam Boltwood. Now, after the monumental week in football that we've had, there is, of course, only one place to start.
Only one place.
It's this incredible offer from Co-op. You can get 2 Co-op pizzas, 4 Budweisers, all for a £5. See selected stores and remember to drink responsibly. And make sure that you act quickly because, like Sweden, this offer could be on its way out. Ooh. Sam, after what we saw in the week, tell me it's true, football is indeed coming home.
Football is as close to coming home, realistically, as it's ever actually been in my lifetime as an England fan.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. It's hard not to get carried away, isn't it? It feels like it's not like a meme anymore. It's not a joke. People are starting to believe.
I mean, I think it could genuinely happen because the pathway's there. The way that we're set up, the way that the draw has fallen so kindly.
We have got to beat Sweden first, though.
Of course, we've got to beat Sweden, but also all games take place in context. And I think it's important to appreciate what happened against Colombia. We were magnificent, weren't we?
Look, Colombia was a tough team. Both
didn't like that noise from him. Didn't like that at all.
It seems to he's got it in his head that England aren't playing very well.
No.
I think England have improved as the tournament has gone on, and that's what every team who wins it does.
I think, let's be realistic, winning that game in the manner we did to win our first ever World Cup penalty shootout was incredible. I'd have it no other way. But to say England were magnificent, I think is a stretch. I don't think England have been playing particularly well yet. And we have to be realistic and say, look, England need to step it up a level if they're going to get to the semi-finals and then the final and then bring it home.
I think it's a very harsh appraisal.
No, it's not, Rory.
I genuinely think it's a very harsh appraisal. I don't think you score 6 goals against anyone if you're not playing well.
Listen, that was Panama, for context. If you look at the facts, England have only scored 2 goals from open play so far in this tournament. Jesse Lingard's goal against Panama and that insane deflection off Harry Kane against Panama. We've only actually scored 1 World Cup goal in our last 4 hours of World Cup football against Belgium.
And then
no, but I'm just thinking we've got to be realistic. We've got to step it up a level.
Microphone, please. I'm hearing negativity over here.
Sweden are going to be a tough challenge. I think we have to recognise we haven't been magnificent. We've done incredibly well to get to this point, but we need to play better if we're going to progress further.
I think that's a fair point. Sweden are going to pose a challenge, but it's an attainable goal. We can win this one.
No, but if people said about Sweden posing a challenge, they said the same things about Colombia. They had a good, strong defence, and we were the better team for the majority of the 90 minutes. They got the late equaliser, and for 30 minutes in that extra time, Colombia were the much better team because we switched to have an Eric Dyer. We had a 2-man holding midfield, and then that changed our style, and we struggled to then create anything. I think we're a bit nervous.
But something very interesting happened there for an England side. Previous England teams would have definitely capitulated when that goal went in. When that equaliser was scored, other England teams would have just fallen.
Dropped.
And I think what is very interesting about this England side under Gareth Southgate's stewardship is that it was far more resilient. So, yes, Colombia played very well for the first 15 minutes of that extra time.
Yeah.
But I thought that England then came back very strong and they showed huge amounts of tenacity, spirit, character, flair to win that penalty shootout.
Obviously, winning that first ever World Cup penalty shootout, going into this game, optimism and confidence is going to be high.
It's never been higher.
But I think Gareth Southgate's got a bit of a selection headache on his hands.
I think this is it. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what team we go out with because I think up until this point it's pretty much picked itself. The start it's pretty much been, we know the way Southgate likes to line up. We know that he likes to play out from the back, and with his blueprint in mind, the players are naturally selected.
Yeah.
There is a debate now. I think there is an issue because I think the 3 mercurial, effervescent players for this England side perhaps haven't been as mercurial and effervescent as they should be, and therefore, my question to you two is: should Sterling, Lingard, or Ali be dropped for Rashford?
I think it's a good question. I think that is the one on everyone's mind because the way England has set up this system, it seems to be working very well at the back with those 3 centre-backs. Maguire, Stones and Walker have been fantastic. Bringing it out from the back, the pass options, it all functions very well there. But as soon as it gets to midfield and attack, we do seem to be overly reliant on Harry Kane winning a penalty or producing some magic to win us games.
Yeah.
But I think, but if we had potentially Sterling performing better, if Lingard and Ali, if we saw better performances from them, perhaps we would be performing better in attack. So I wonder if, as you say, does Rashford deserve to start this game over Sterling?
And I think it would be unfair to place Lingard in the same bracket as Sterling and Ali because I think Lingard has actually played very, very well.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
And when you've got Sweden sitting in their tight banks of 4, they're going to be disciplined. They had to go through a playoff where they held Italy over 2 games and didn't concede 1 goal against a team which has won the World Cup. This Sweden team, Grant Chris at the back, is going to be an absolute rock. We're going to have to play well because we scored so many goals from set pieces.
Yeah.
But Sweden are going to know that and be happy for us to keep firing crosses in.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's
But
true.
Rashford should start.
Just to play devil's advocate, 'cause I don't actually disagree with you, but just to play devil's advocate here, is this not exactly the game for Raheem Sterling? Is this, so the Swedes are going to line up 2 banks of 4. That is when you're relying on your cleverest, most cunning and conniving players to find that space, to find that angle.
I think he's showing glimpses
And
of
Sterling
that.
is that player for
Yeah,
England.
he's showing glimpses of that, and I think with his movement, you've shown the potential is there for him to be dangerous. He hasn't quite performed to his level so far, so I wouldn't be overly upset if Rashford does come in. But at the same time, we're looking at Vardy potentially having an injury now. He's not going to be an option. So again, do you save Rashford on the bench, that impact player, which he's so effective at? It's
So who are you going to go with, though? You're on the spot.
I personally would go for Sterling because I'd save Rashford as that option off the bench.
Well,
personally.
what I need from you guys watching this is to do me a massive favour. Do you agree with Sam Peoples, who is vouching for Marcus Rashford, or do you agree with Adam Boltwood, who thinks we should stick with Sterling? Please comment below. I'm going to be very interested to see how many people side with who.
How many people back me up?
Sweden, how good are they, really?
The game against Switzerland, obviously they won 1-0, which they would have they probably went out there for the 1-0 because they've got such a good defence. They only really need 1 goal, and their main man is Forsberg, and he was actually really dangerous. Most assists in Bundesliga last year, and you saw whenever he had the ball at his feet, he could actually make things happen. But I'd be very confident with the back 5 that we've got, that we shouldn't concede too many clear-cut opportunities to Sweden.
I think our defence looks solid. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet in the World Cup, so that is a slight concern. We should win this game, but I think they are going to be very resilient and they're going to be very difficult to break down. So we need the likes of Sterling if he starts, the likes of Lingard, Ali to step up and be more effective than they have been so far.
Yeah, I think that's all true. Do you know who I would like to hear your thoughts on here? Gareth Southgate. How impressed are you?
Gareth
And
Southgate.
arguably surprised?
I'm glad that he's been vindicated because he's sort of seen as a company man in the FA. There was a lot of detractors and there's a lot of negativity when he was given the hire that this isn't the guy to leading them forward, but I think he's shown that he's got a plan, he's got a system, which is something that England haven't had at a World Cup or a major tournament for over a decade. It's working really well. He's improved the atmosphere around the team, the positivity. I think there's been so many changes he's made on so many levels that have been so effective that I'm glad it's all come through for him, because there was that sort of debate, for me, ridiculous debate after the Belgium game, that there was potential for egg over his face. He's throwing the game away to get on the easy side of the draw. Who does Gareth Southgate think he is? But it's all worked out for him now, and I think that's because of all the planning that's gone in for years now that he's got this.
I mean, he did it before the World Cup. He left arguably England's best central midfielder in Jack Wilshere at home because he didn't feel he fit his system.
Yeah.
Everyone questioned him.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's been proved to be
Exactly,
the right
yeah.
decision so
Very
far.
brave decision. Right?
He's made brave decisions the whole way through. He dropped half of his team against Belgium and said, I'm doing it for a reason.
And the way that he
Gareth
conducts himself in front of the press, it's just refreshing, isn't it?
You've seen the meme, Gareth Southgate would. Have you seen
Yes,
this?
I have. Yes, yeah.
Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
The waistcoat sales are through the roof. The guy can do no
You'd
wrong.
have never thought, would you, that the soundtrack for this World Cup would be from Atomic Kitten and that Gareth Southgate would have captured the nation.
What time to be alive.
It's a truly wonderful, wonderful
No,
thing.
he's exceeded all my expectations, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to eat humble pie over Gareth Southgate because I've never felt this connection that quickly with an England manager.
Your cautious approach is troubling me slightly, so I'm going to put you on the spot first of all, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want a score prediction.
I think it's going to be very tough to break Sweden down, as I say, but I think it's going to be 2-0 to England. Just to be
2-0, okay. Yeah, your appraisal has belied your prediction,
I'm
which I'm pleased about. Sam?
I think it's going to be a lot nervier against Sweden. I think we're going to have less clear-cut opportunities. I think England will struggle to break them down. And every ball we're going to knock into the box, which has been working so far,
He's
they're
the
going to knock back.
back.
I do think England's got the quality. I think it's going to be 1-0. It's going to be one of those
Fine.
on the edge of your seat
That'll do.
wins.
I would take that.
And
I'll bite your hand off that, but I think it's going
to.
to. I'm more confident than that. I think it's going to be England 3, Sweden 1. Guys, please do me a favour. Comment below with your score predictions, and also do me one more favour. If you have got involved with this wonderful offer, comment and let me know. I just want to see how many of you are actually partaking in what we have on offer.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So, to ensure that England get the victory that we so desperately crave as a nation, are you going to do your bit? Do you have any superstitions that you were going to employ to be sure that England get their way?
I've been saying it. I've been singing this coming home before every match. It
In its entirety?
Apart from the Belgium match, actually. And then, are you thinking?
Well, so we were obviously in Russia for that game, and it was the only 4 England games so far. I've eaten cold pizzas and drunk Budweiser before 3 of them. One of them was Belgian, and I didn't have it before Belgian, so I'm
just fact.
indulging.
So you're bad.
This is
You're
fact. I'm
indulging.
It's
You're
not-
going to sing.
It's not
the
even a superstition.
Yeah, I mean.
It's
So-
just fact.
Right, so you're going to sing 3 lines. The entire bit. Do you start with the Gareth Southgate,
No.
the whole of England
No,
is
it's
with you?
the 96 version.
Oh, the original, of course.
It's got to be.
Apologies.
The 98 version.
And I will certainly be indulging in a superstition. My lucky
We gonna
be
be
on
wearing
board
trousers?
pants. The lucky be on board pants will be on.
Yeah,
Wow.
nice.
And
Free
they are
promo.
yet to fail me. Right, there we have it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and a huge thanks to Co-op for providing us with this wonderful offer and fueling this preview. Believe me when I say it, it's true. I will see you on the next England preview. There will be another one. To find out more about this incredible Co-op deal, click the link in the description below. Go on, England.